get this thing rolling. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. So Baylor's offense will take the field first. The Bears were encouraged to sick them, and last time these two met, they did so early and often, blowing out the Frogs.
And Baylor went into that game believing they had better players. Man, it showed up on the field, too. They were faster. They were more physical. TCU, they've got to match that intensity this time around, David.
Well, and surely they were embarrassed, right? I mean, they had to be embarrassed of what happened. It was not competitive. This is a rivalry game. You're used to seeing it be competitive. Maybe having a chance to win in the end. TCU didn't have that. They've been talked about for a year how bad it was. I want to see how they respond in this matchup.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So TCU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Alford. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Those third downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the three.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! The extra point here would tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quick release on the RPO. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. There's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it down the left side. And he strides his way into the end zone.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. That's caught. It's Ortega. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got a man. It's Thompson. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Bears line it up with a first and goal.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him.
Touchdown, Bears! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Looking downfield, it's Alford. Punts it out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Stoneburner. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Under fire. Complete to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, and watch out.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Off play action on first down. Wide open downfield. Flying down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build a lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's complete. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Unloads quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Bears, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too, and I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They'll run play action. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a heat. Working that left side. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Bears in a good spot here with second and short. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looking for the score. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Alford. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Thompson. He's into the open down the middle. 10. Down TCU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it first and 10. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw. It's Alford. Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. That is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To the air, it's Alford. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ortega. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third.
There he goes. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Making side adjustments here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
At the 40, there he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether
he tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the... Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Stoneburner. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on! They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more.
Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. TCU. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Wall. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats, and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think
picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
With jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Turns it loose deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Number 10, on to punt it away.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little. Breaks into the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Moving away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Let's see what they do on third down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And that one is picked up in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point